Welcome back and thanks for staying tuned. Of course, it's still Rise and Shine this Tuesday morning. Like we said, we have a conversation with the boss. We're talking Michael Bush of the Bush House, Nigeria. What is he sitting on our hot seat to do this morning? Planet at 11. He has some stories and some good news up his sleeves. It's a privilege to be joined by Planet Radio 101.1 FM this morning. And we'll be having this conversation with everybody in Akwa Ibom State, just so you know what we have lined up for you. Good morning, the boss. Good to have you on the show this morning.
Thank you, Mrs. Man.
You look so good.
Good morning,
Always. I'm the boss.
We particularly love your shoe and your adire.
Thank you.
You forget to mention we're fighting over the shoe. The boss, yesterday.
Anytime my shoes are missing, I know who.
Yesterday it was white.
And today, good to see you. Yes, sure.
The boss,
so that's how we represent now, to show how well Planet, how well Spectrum, how well.
And I would love to represent alongside with you.
Absolutely. What's your shoe size?
It's your size, sir.
What?
No, this is your size.
See the way people miss blessing. What's your shoe size? The answer is what?
No. You know, it happened at the pool of Bethesda. Jesus asked the man, and the man started telling stories about, so I've been here for 38 years. Anytime an angel will come by the pool and stir the water, there'll be nobody to push me in. And Jesus just said to him, carry your bed and go. Meaning, his challenge, his solution, his answer was not in that pool. But he's been there waiting for 38 years. So perhaps he didn't give me the shoe size because he doesn't believe.
My shoe size is 41.
and really, that's my shoe size. So tomorrow I'll bring you a pair of shoes.
Boss, I also wear shoes.
The Lord bless you.
I don't have
Yes, the Lord bless you. And I'm saying amen.
Amen.
Thank you, the boss.
Because anytime I look at Francis's feet, Francis is far younger, but his shoe size should be about 43. That is even if, and that's just being conservative. Perhaps it goes all the way to 44, 45. Yes, So I've been looking at his feet.
Whatever the undertone is, I escape. I absolutely escape. But the boss, I'd like to ask one question. Have you missed being on Rise and Shine?
Oh yes, of course. But in some sense, I'm always here. I'm backstage shouting. I'm backstage. I'm sometimes coming here and all that. It's still, I'm part of the production team, so I love it. And I really I'm looking forward. Probably from the 1st of July, or the 1st of next month, we'll break it. So that, for instance, Francis, I pity this guy. This guy is he's there, he's here, he's there. So. I look to see that he might be off one day on this, another person off one day, just like that. So and that would also now enable us, while you are off, please look for a guest so that we'll come back together. So that's magic. Direct. Yeah.
That's direct.
No, but we are good together. We're good. So everyone would always be there. Sometimes it's one person with me, sometimes another person. And for instance, on Friday, is it on Friday? No, on Wednesday, tomorrow. Yeah. I got good news for all of you. All three of you are off the sets. You can go and rest. Yes. Yes.
So they're waking up at 4.
We are raising hands.
So tomorrow you can rest. Rest tomorrow. I'm personally going to handle the show all by myself. But when you see the guests, please don't cry. Don't cry too much.
No.
That's the next question. Yes. Why are you taking us off?
No. I just want you guys to rest. There's no guest tomorrow. So I just want you guys to rest. Not serious, now. I brought you guys here on Sunday and said that you don't need to come back to work on Monday. So I never disappoint. I'm good like that.
You're good like that.
I'm not trusting this one. The boss is looking like big sins.
Okay, no, I can break the news. Okay. I can break the news. Tomorrow, on this set, the chairman of TAF, Tony Afia, is live guest.
My bad.
It looks like I should be on radar and be doing shekere right now.
We need shekere. We'll be talking about it tomorrow.
Shekere.
We need shekere.
So once somebody drops on
the shaking it.
Yeah.
But I was actually looking forward to interview the chairman.
I also look forward to that.
I'll be backstage.
Backstage.
Yeah.
Probably will be doing the shouting.
Yeah.
You will think, I'll be watching from home. The boss says I should rest. I'm watching from home.
Okay.
All right. So we're looking forward to having the chairman tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Okay. Talking about planets at 11.
Yes. Yeah, so much is ready. You know, the big day is Thursday, the 13th. We just had to shift by, I think, 5 days from the 9th of June. And so when the chairman comes here tomorrow, he would crown of everything that we've been discussing the last month or so. And so he comes here in style tomorrow, 7 a.m. up until 9, and all 3 stations will be blasting away. We'll try to see if we can also put that interview on the social media live, on Facebook Live, for instance, and then get a correspondence from around the world to join in. But this is from me to all 3 of you, to thank you and thank the cameramen, thank the control room guys, the editors, everyone, the news people, the programs people. Thank you for 11 years of Planet. It looks really that we on Spectrum are even doing more than they on Planet, vis-a-vis the 11th anniversary of Planet. But that's how it should be. We hope that when Spectrum celebrates next year, that we'll come back and the Planet 2 will do more for us as we've done for them this year. Yeah. So really, it's been great, and I'd like to thank all of you. I'd like to thank the entire team. I like the synergy that I see. Yes, there will always be weak links. There will always be mistakes there, and there will always be quarrels. Sometimes we shout at each other, sometimes we fight, but all of that is to what the Bible calls a good end. You know, when the Bible says that, look, I think it was in the book of Jeremiah when it says that God, that we know the thoughts and the plans that God has for all of us, that all of it is good, none of it is bad, and all of that to bring us to an expected end. That expected end is always good, and that's how Planet, Spectrum, and the last and the greatest, if you ask me, thanks you. That's how they have been going. Yeah.
The last and the greatest.
Yeah, sure.
I feel so.
It's everywhere. Even the governor of Akwa Ibom in his car is thanks you. I can't help myself just being envious of thanks you. So everywhere is thanks you. I don't know. In fact, the commissioner for finance, Dr. Nsikan Linus Nkan, called me this morning just as I entered Ibiaku, and I was talking about Planet at 11 and all of that. I'm trying to see what I can get in here on Thursday. So, and the next thing he says to me is that, thanks you, so that thing. So he just left the discussion we were having, and went to thanks you. And I can tell you that's everywhere. Everybody discusses thanks you and all of that. And the commissioner went on to say some very flowery things. I'm hoping, I am praying that we can get him here to repeat exactly those same words on Thursday. Yeah, the Thursday, it's 11 a.m. Of course, we allow our guests to arrive and settle in at 11, and 11 minutes past 11, we shoot the program. I will be there to do the tone setting. I don't know, who is the master of ceremonies? Who is the master of ceremonies, man?
The master of ceremonies will be assigned.
Okay. So, madam, better prepare. Yes, so better prepare. Have you done emceeing before?
Yes, I have.
Great, excellent. So, in my time, during my stay here, I want many staff members to become as multifunctional, as multi-talented as they can be. Try your hands on all sorts of things. Even on this set, I look to have people who never believed they'll be on this set also presenting. I look to have some of us go to the news department under Jane, who are to try and garner some experience so that nobody knows what happens tomorrow. The only area I know that you hardly would send people there because of the mathematicalness of the place is the control side. I never look forward to going there. I go there, it's like a madhouse, and I just don't envy. For instance, this morning, their leader Terry is there, Prince is there, and of course Precious. And I don't know how they recognize and know those buttons to press and all of that, but they do us really, really good.
Okay. So when we're looking into the event for Thursday,
yes.
Apart from getting people, and are you also inviting the general public?
Yes, of course. But because of our roots, we just choose to invite, I think, at the end, perhaps about 20, 25 people.
Okay.
But we look forward to having 11 in that hall. 11 people from our side must be in that hall on that day.
Okay.
If there are more than 11, we don't count them in two. All of that. But we're targeting 11 special guests. I, as consultant, and then as the planner of that event, I'm reaching out as much as I can, and I can also tell you, for good measure, we have quite some sponsors. It was the Honorable Commissioner Inebongeko, Captain of the Nigerian Army, Commissioner Lance. That's the ball rolling. when he decided to sponsor the event. We look forward to seeing him on that day. Then there is my own honorable member in the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly. That is Dr. Ituro Etem. He also supported us. Of course, the chairman on the occasion, Roteran Kubiat Mbaba, would also be there at that event to chair the event. He's also a sponsor of the event. Of course, the Accountant General of the state is also a permanent secretary, Pastor Wem Andrew Sunday Sien would probably be in the hall. We'll look forward to seeing him in the hall, but he's also a sponsor. Not forgetting Abuja-based David Remonaded. Even today, we're still having many more sponsors coming on. I'm on air now. As soon as I get off here, I'll be able to confirm many more that have joined us.
Okay, so I'm also very excited. This morning, about
Dr. Essien,
the impact of.
Yes.
I'd like to take you. You've been in the media space. You've been with Planet from the beginning.
Yes. Yes. In fact, before the beginning. Yeah. So when God says at the beginning, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. Well, is that correct? My pastor taught me it's correct. That means that if there was that beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. That means God existed before that beginning. Where was God there? Do you understand? So I was there, and it's the truth. I was with Planet. I was for Planet. I was on the planet.
What a word.
Yes,
in the planet.
Yes, I was
in
there.
that moment, jot things down.
Absolutely. So I was there long before the beginning of Planet. You understand? And that's why, even you are, I don't know why he's the chief driver, but Ete Suko, that's what I call him.
Is the chief driver?
He's been here 18 years. I recommended him. You understand? So it shows you the fact that, yes, long before the 11th anniversary, we were here backstage. And it's a thing of honor, as the Honorable Commissioner of Finance said to me today, that I'm still here 11 years after. In fact, more than 11 years after, and we'll continue to be there. Because what you have done is great, but your chairman is even a greater person. He's able to maintain those friendships, you're able to sustain them, in spite of sometimes, yes, you have those clashes here and there, you have those wars, those fights here and there, but at the end, he's able, he's humble enough, he's courageous enough, and he's open enough to want to, as Dr. Essien, Dr. George Essien said earlier, to want to even provide leadership and help. Yeah, he provided, I can tell you, long before the coming of Planet, there is a day I was doing a program called Bush House Hospitals. I'm hoping we can even return Bush House Hospitals on Spectrum TV. So I go around hospitals, trying to help pay bills for patients and bring to the people at home the equipment, pay hospital, all around the state. So I encounter a case, I've paid everybody's bill. Then there's a woman who cannot leave the hospital because her husband has run away because I think she gave birth to, I don't know, what was it, 2 children or 3? I've forgotten now. But so her husband, just disappeared, vamoosed, so to speak. So I reached out to our chairman. He was just then only the brain behind TAF Construction. So I called him and said to him, sir, we have a case at Methodist General Hospital. I can never forget it. And he said to me, yes, Mr. Bush, what is it about? So I narrated. He says, I will need to clear this woman's bills. It comes to about 250,000. She's been here forever. The husband ran away and all of that. He said, okay. So we settled that. I said, oh, thank you, sir. I'm going to announce that now. He said, no, but when you announce it, what about the husband? I said, they say he's cyclist. Then there was not KK, there was cyclist. I said to him, he said, okay, we can get him a motorbike. So roughly, perhaps we spent about 350,000 on that case. And he did that, So Mr. or Satoni Afia came here and had Satoni Afia. I love it, but he quarrels with it. So, but because it's not here, we can still continue to use it. There's nothing it's going to do to us. But, so Satoni Afia is a supportable man. And that's why I'm here. I like him. I love him. I respect him. And even my partnership now with him has shown me pictures of him, frames of him. They call it frames of reference, frame of reference of him that many people don't know and may never know.
So the boss, let's talk about the anniversary.
Yes.
What are we looking at?
We're looking at food. I know all three of you will be interested in that one. We're looking at food. So we have food. We're going to have so much to eat and drink. We're still looking at, because it's just 2 hours, the chairman wanted us to do real food, which bill we already have received the bill for that. But I'm just saying, For a 2-hour event, we don't want the food to waste.
No,
you
it's
understand?
not waste.
It's the quick response for the response.
Oh my God!
In this
Okay,
economy, food waste.
yeah, so
It's not gonna
I'm
waste.
just thinking what I should have takeaway bags. People can just have snacks, have a drink, water, other drinks. You know, I'm just wondering because I want it to be as clean as possible. Yeah, but I remember what you've said.
It feels like this is the point where people begin to vote. Like
Absolutely,
the
yeah.
boss, we want food and not snacks.
Absolutely.
What do you want?
Yeah.
What?
What do you want?
What? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
I can't hear you. So the boss, earlier on we're speaking with Dr. George here,
Yes, sure.
and we're asking the impact.
I listen to everything.
We're
Yeah.
asking him about the impact of Planet
Yes.
FM on
Yes.
businesses and brands. Now you have just spoken about your partnership
Yes.
with the establishment.
Yes.
What do you think that your current partnership with Planet FM, what kind of impact do you think it's going to have on your business?
That's a great question. People are always afraid of lighting other candles because they feel that their candles will go up. Not for me. And I'd say that without any fear of immodesty or stuff. In my 31 years of being a broadcaster, you can see the fruits everywhere, human fruits. In fact, if I started, as I started indeed, in 1993, by 1994-95, I already had my first human fruit in Pastor I.D. James. So I'm not afraid to come here. I do not think that no matter how much tough shine that they are going to take off the shine of Bush House. I never believe that. In fact, I believe if tough shine on and on and on, part of that shine will reflect on Bush House Nigeria, and that's why I'm here. I really am feeling good. I'm very happy. I'm able to come here, be of tremendous assistance, tremendous value, add value, and all of that. So, to that extent, TAF is also helping Bush House Nigeria to push the button. For instance, that one of our programs, 20 Questions, is already on air. I never wanted 20 Questions to be on any other radio station. As a matter of fact, in September last year, I personally wrote on Facebook to cancel out all of the independent productions of Bush House Nigeria, that they would never be on air until our stations start to come on stream.
Oh, wow.
But for me to be here, in some sense, I start to feel ownership. I start to feel like I'm part of stuff because of the welcome that I've received and because of, if you like, the ears that I also enjoy. So yes, the impact of not just Planet, but also thanks to you and indeed Spectrum, that's the TAF empire, is huge on Bush House Nigeria.
All right, the boss, you just mentioned something that prompted my impact of ownership. You
Yes.
come into an environment
Yes.
and you own it.
Absolutely.
We don't see that with this generation.
Absolutely.
People are more interested in getting into an environment,
Yeah.
just grabbing what they
Sure.
can grab and getting out. So
Sure.
how would you advise today's generation in terms of owning wherever they find themselves and contributing?
Fantastic question, Mr. Speaker. You cannot over-advise, and you should not over-advise. Let people learn what they want to learn. Let people glean what they want to glean. There are people, no matter what you say here and say and talk and shout, they will never hear. I try to save a little bit of myself. In fact, tomorrow on Facebook, either later today or tomorrow on Facebook, there's something I want to put out about pressure, how to handle pressure. By the way, that word is not pressure, it's pressure. How to handle it. The first thing is to tune off. The very first thing. The second thing is to switch off. No matter who the pressure is coming from. Because if that pressure kills you, that's the end. So, tune off. If it doesn't work, switch off. Give yourself time. Bounce back fresh. And then look as if you didn't even switch off at all. So it's the same thing that I say to youngsters today. The interest in money is too much. It's too alarming. Everybody wants to make it. Everyone wants to. Is it Japa? Is that what they call it? Japa. So everybody wants to move. Everyone wants to, everyone wants to grab power, no matter the consequences and all of that. It's not the way to go in life. The way to go in life is one step at a time, one wrong at a time. Because if you jump the rungs of life, you must come back to complete it, even when you get to the top. That's why people become something when they should not become that thing, and then for the rest of their lives, nothing. So they go back to where they should have been. Do you understand? And all of that. So that's my message. That's the lesson I like to share with everyone. Don't and take time, enjoy time. You understand? You come here, as you have said, take ownership, be of help. Even as a staff member, you can take ownership of this
Absolutely.
place. Be interested. Make as if you own it. That way you are able to contribute. That way you are able to do your best, and that way nobody will find you wanted. So coming here, the last 2 weeks have been massive. I hope if I'm here for another 2 weeks, another 2 months, another 2 whatever, that they will continue to be even more massive.
The boss, coming here and seeing, you made mention of the chief driver. What
Yes.
would you say to staff members in Planet on
Yes.
the staff media?
Yes.
What would you say to them? A lot of people that that just walk into some organization in 1-2 years, they're gone and they're looking for greener pastures. I mean, this is 11 years, and you made mention that the chief driver has been here
For 18 years. It was
What would you
7
say-
years before.
What would you say to staff members of staff media?
Yeah, it's not even to address them. It's to address everyone, even the people that have left. But, I think it was the house leader that asked this same question, was it yesterday, on Planet? And I said, and I'm still going to say now, there is nothing that you say that will make somebody that wants to be a Rolling Stone to stop being a Rolling Stone. The people that don't want to be, you have people who have been there 10, 11 years. The GM has been here all that while. Who
Head of
else has been
news.
here? Jane has been here all that
Xavier
while.
Robert.
Xavier Roberts has been here all that while, and they continue to go. And by the way, what did you do to Xavier the other day? So but back to, so the people that want to stay would stay. Have a sense coming here. Tough is not. I was going to say as bad. No, it's not what they represented. Those who have left, people would always look for excuses to leave. And that's their own. The person that wants to leave tomorrow will still leave because they think that grass is greener the other side. So it's for them to continue to do. But those who are also here, as long as you are here, for as long as you are here, please represent your family well, because you never know.
Very serious conversations. Well, we're still wrapped around Planet at 11.
Yes.
And for those of you listening to us on Planet Radio this morning, thanks for being a part of the conversation. So, one question that we're asking now is, through the eyes of other professionals in the field, 11 years old, we've had like about 15 other radio stations spring up in 12 other,
12,
stations.
and out of that, I think 11 private.
Okay,
because it's Atlantic FM,
come up to join us. So in the eyes of professionals, how would you say that Planet Radio has fared over the years in terms of evolving? And remember that at the beginning, when she was the only kid on the block, she was able to hold down everything. In the face of other brands, evolving in the same space, how do you think she has fared? Newsworthiness, program styling, and all of those things.
It's a great question. I cannot be all professionals. I'm just a media professional. I'm a journalist, I'm a broadcaster. I've been doing this for 31 years. So if I speak, there should be some authority with that. I believe, as I say every time I have the opportunity, I believe when you look at it from the point of view of inspiration, you are in a class of your own. You have inspired. To inspire 11, 12 more people, it's not small. It's not beans. And that is only in Akwa Ibom, considering you were the first in the Akwa Cross region. So it can also be said the private stations, privately owned radio stations that have come up in Akwa, in Cross River State, can also be counted. It also redounds to your credit, and all of that. So in terms of inspiration, you've done much. In terms of employment, I mean, the many people you have trained. Some have even gone on as your ambassadors. So it can also be said in that area, you have helped in the growth of the industry by giving personnel to others, And then in terms of even the impact that Dr. George Estienne discussed so beautifully the other time, the impact of your station on brands and businesses, you're also in another class entirely. So you've done well all around. I was on People's Parliament, and they asked me in terms of percentage, and I said 80-85%. I'll score Planet that. And then I continue to celebrate what you've done. And above all, the consistency. You are still here. Do you understand? And something you say that I really love, one of your liners, the envy of the competition. Oh my.
Okay, so
you are the envy of the competition. The same competition you started. You know. So it's very good, yes.
Okay, so as we begin to wind down our
Yes.
conversation.
I look forward to tomorrow.
And look forward to tomorrow.
When all three of you will be off.
Well, it will be a great thing to sleep late
Yes, sure.
We are
into the morning.
more excited about this now.
Yeah, she is newly
I-
married. You
why-
understand?
why-
You understand? No.
I should say it. Why?
No, I've said it. I've already said
Because
it.
the obvious truth is that he may is trying to mask his true
No, I'm not
feeling
masking
about
anything.
this.
It's good.
I'm
It's
excited
good.
about
No, you
it
guys
too.
just rest. You
Oh
guys
yeah,
just
he's more
rest.
excited.
Thank you, I am.
I'm going to, as much as possible, create more rooms for all three of you to rest. So, because that's how you bounce back, feeling better and all that. Look at Madame. Look at the energy. She has raw energy. And that energy, her own energy comes differently. No. It's not a laughing matter. This is the truth. She brings tremendous joy. Tremendous joy. You need to see how, you need to stand back. You know, all three of you, when you sit here, you lose some things. You must go backstage and watch what you're doing. Then you appreciate the value you're adding. So she brings tremendous raw energy, raw joy on air. And the man that, yes, the man
I thought you were
who is
almost going
behind
to
this.
avoid that.
Yeah, no. The
I thought
man,
you were
no,
going to avoid
the
that.
man who is behind this. I don't envy him at all because for the days, for the weeks, for the months, for the years, for the decades on, he has to continue to keep this fire burning.
Yeah,
Exactly.
He has to, and it's not small job.
lots of
You
work
know.
to do.
I do not envy the man at all, but we'll be praying for him.
I feel very overwhelmed. I don't know how to react to when you hear a great man say great things about you.
Thank you.
It's an honor. It's an honor.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Yes, and well to Emembasi. It's the
Yes.
boss that was hailing you. Thank you for all the great things you do.
Absolutely, and keep doing that.
Yes,
Keep doing them.
great.
So back to my question. the
Yes,
boss.
finally. And Francis, when are you getting married?
Oh,
You and Ime.
Jesus.
Ime told us this morning, the boss, that he is absolutely uninterested in getting married yet.
The boss, I'm just
So
looking
that
for the right
anybody
one.
crushing, anybody looking at him with side eyes should avoid him. That's him right by your side, sir.
The boss, we already had this conversation.
In this
right?
anniversary.
I'm still looking for. I'm still
This anniversary
searching.
window, Ime has just. We are finished. How could Ime have said that? And he said that on live.
He said it
TV.
on live TV this morning because I told him he was looking like close to wannabe Guru.
Yeah.
But I'm fine the way I am.
Okay. Continue.
Until you have 45
Okay, Francis,
and
your
gray.
question. Don't mind that.
It's okay.
He
So the
asked you a
boss,
question.
yes, don't worry. I've answered the boss before now. I'm still telling the boss I'm searching. When I find her, I will get there.
Amen.
But the boss,
Yes.
parting short.
Yes.
To everybody watching us, listening to us on Planet 101.1 FM, we've promised as we get into the next phase of our year, a lot of things are going to come on board, and with your presence especially. So, what are those futuristic plans that we should keep our fingers crossed looking out for on Planet?
Yeah, but before that, let me give you a size of some of the people who would expect, and even if you like, a size of how the program, the 2-hour event, which by the way will be live on this station, live on Planet itself, and live on Tangsio, will run on Thursday the 13th from 11 o'clock in the morning. We're expecting the Honorable Commissioner information, except it's not in New York. If that Honorable Commissioner is here, you know, he's an old boy of Bush House, Nigeria, in whom I'm well pleased. We'll get him here. Comrade in Melbourne should be here. We're also expecting the MD CEO of Aqua Savings and Loans Limited. Is a friend of the house, Pastor Ime Okon. We're expecting the executive chairman at Akwa Ibom State Internal Revenue Service, another Oran man, fantastic gentleman, call him the Godfather, Sir Okon. He should be in here. We're expecting the Honorable Commissioner of Finance. I told us a moment ago of this state, Dr. Nsikan Linus Nkang. We're expecting the Accountant General and Permanent Secretary. That's Pastor Uwem Sunday Andrew Sien. We're expecting the Honorable Commissioner Education. That is Mrs. Sidong Tiebet. We're expecting the Honorable Commissioner, of course, Agri. Is a friend of the house. And that's Dr. Fiongofo. We hope that she's strong enough to be here. They would come here. And a number of other personalities. There are many people we're expecting, and we look forward to seeing them on that day. Back to your question about the future. If in 11 years you have inspired a generation, you have inspired truckloads, you have reached out, I just wonder what you do with 20 more years. I just wonder what you do with 30 more years. That's how my mind works. My mind has already gone ahead to the first or second decade of Planet FM. You know, when Planet FM turns 20, you know, it will be massive. I don't know where I would be then. I know when you turn 20 in another nine years, you know, let me not tell you where I'll be, but surely I will come around. I'll be part of that celebration, and this will continue. And then on that day, on Thursday, the 13th of June, from 11 a.m., 11:11 really. Yeah, 11:11.
11:11. It's still working.
Absolutely, it's still on, and it runs till the end of the month. So, but on that day, we would now have a few goodwill messages. We'll take goodwill messages from the sons and daughters of Akwa Ibom and Nigeria and the world who come, even from the commoners, the common people of this country who come. We'll also take a message or two from them. We'll take awards. We're going to give awards. Some awards that will be going out. For instance, best overall staff of Planet FM, 11 years of Planet FM. Who is that person? We should be able to know on that day. We should be able to also say thank you to best overall listener to Thanks You, best overall listener to Planet, best overall viewer of Spectrum. So much will be happening on that day. And just what to do is to make sure you're in that hall, because they can call your name for some blessing, and God forbid that you're nowhere to be found.
In terms of entertainment on Thursday, are we expecting any side attraction?
Yes. Mrs. Suyai Basi will be leading music. As a matter of fact, Mr. Speaker said that they have a team of singers in-house. So prepare, you're going to be singing. And yes, let me sit on TV and say this, and I hope we're able to do that. Everyone must come on Thursday. Everyone on the payroll of TAF Media Group must come on Thursday in traditional attire.
Traditional.
My face, I was smiling while he was speaking, and then once I heard traditional, my face just went down because I'm racking my brain through my wardrobe. Great sound. You need to do something for us.
Absolutely, yes. We should. Yeah, that's how we should appear, to tell them. You know, the signals will be beaming here. We'll be going across the continent of Africa. They should know where we are reporting from. It's not to come here looking like two of you. I don't know why you guys are always wearing tie. Don't you guys get tired?
You're trying to tie the economy.
Okay, so that's why things are the way they are. And you go and be blaming President
So it's the culture that we grew up to see in the corporate world.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the next generation of business owners are willing to tweak it just a little bit.
What culture?
The culture of being suited up to work.
You know, those guys dealt with us. And I hope that even as we are forgiving them, because Jesus has taught us to forgive them, I hope that they also forgive themselves. No, seriously. They took away from us our self-worth, our sense of self-worth. We don't even speak our dialect because we believe that it affects our accent to speak English. Speak English, Fonzo. Do you understand? We believe that, no, don't speak dialect here. Speak English. Oh, it's the white people that will now come and speak our own dialect, you know, and don't wear our clothes, wear like this. No, who said that? I believe it's what you give out that goes. You know, if we sat on this TV all dressed in our traditional attires, you'll be shocked. For instance, there's something I do. It's not even you'll be shocked because it's actually happening. For the last 4 years, going to 5 now, I've been running Ask the Counselor. By the way, that program is coming to our station. Global Baba's program is coming. It's coming.
Amazing.
You know, yes, it's coming. So, I've been running that program, and if we have had 1,000 or so editions of the program, I've never worn English, never. And all the time I wear different, and I've never repeated one dress. So I change them. I have calls from across this world. Please start a clothing line. And so perhaps that's another area that TAF will start business since they left construction and came into media. Yeah, sure. So,
I'll be a willing model.
Absolutely, because yes. So, and we have a huge market. I'm telling you, white women call me up, please. I want so like that for my husband. I will pay whatever amount and all that. But that's not my business, and I don't know how to dabble into things that I don't understand. But I believe that we should do it.
Wow.
We should do it. So we should wear our stuff. We should celebrate our culture. We should flaunt what we have. Yes,
Thursday it is.
Thursday it is.
Thursday it is.
Yeah, the boss. One word for our audience.
Yes.
So audience has been with us from
11 years, sure. Yeah, it's to continue to stand strong. 11 years you've seen, we've brought it successfully to where we are. 11 more years won't hurt. 11 more years we're going to go higher, and we're going to be cooler. It's going to be better. It's going to be greater. I just want to thank them. I thank the clients of Planet 101.1 FM. I want to thank them, the sponsors, the people who have ever contributed, whether you are a paper seller, you are a market seller, or you are a politician, you are not a politician, whatever you are, for contributing to the success of Planet 101.1 FM. Thank you. And I thank you as a consultant. I thank you on behalf of management and staff of this great company. And the staff, the people continue to work. They work so hard. The roads are bad, man, but they get here every day. And they work. Some people work 25 hours a day right here. I just want, on behalf of the chairman, on behalf of management and staff, the board, to thank you. Then government. We cannot thank you enough. I know that your work is in progress. Thank you for sponsoring the station in some ways, always involving the stations, all 3 stations. But more, thank you for the roads that you are working. I believe that in the age of Governor Moino, the roads surely will stop being the worst in West Africa. Yeah.
The roads will stop being the worst in West Africa. Thank you so much to the boss himself, speaking about Michael Bush. That's the voice you've been hearing on air, the very phenomenal one himself. Well, it's been a great show on Rise and Shine this morning. Ime Emmanuel, thank you so much for being a part of the team.
Thank you.
Francis Ede, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Uyai MM, and that's how we're calling it a wrap on Rise and Shine this morning. Do enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of our programming across all networks. Have a blessed day.